What if the Bible told the story of a mother who guarded the bodies of her murdered sons for months, alone, exposed, and unafraid, until heaven finally responded? This is not fiction. This is scripture. This is the story of Rizpah. Rizpah is one of the quietest women in the Bible, yet her actions thunder through history. She was a concubine of King Saul, Israel's first king. The Bible introduces her briefly in 2 Samuel 3:7, saying, "Now Saul had a concubine whose name was Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah." In biblical times, a concubine was legally attached to the king's household. She was under royal covering, and her children were considered part of the king's lineage. Rizpah bore Saul 2 sons, Armoni and Mephibosheth. They were born into royalty, yet raised in instability. Because Saul's reign was marked by disobedience, pride, and bloodshed. After Saul died in battle, Israel was divided. David ruled over Judah, while Saul's son, Ishbosheth, ruled over Israel. This political tension sets the stage for Rizpah's humiliation. In 2 Samuel 3, Abner, Saul's army commander, was accused of sleeping with Rizpah. This accusation was not merely about morality. In that culture, taking the former king's concubine symbolized a claim to royal power. Rizpah's body became a political battlefield. The Bible records no words from her, no defense, no explanation. She disappears from the narrative until tragedy brings her back years later. In 2 Samuel 21, Israel is struck by a famine that lasts 3 years. King David seeks the Lord, and God reveals the reason. It is because of Saul and his blood-stained house. It is because he put the Gibeonites to death. 2 Samuel 21, verse 1. Saul had violated a sacred covenant made generations earlier, and now the nation was paying the price. The Gibeonites demanded justice, not silver, not gold, but 7 male descendants of Saul, and among those chosen were Rizpah's sons. The king took the 2 sons of Rizpah, Armoni and Mephibosheth. 2 Samuel 21:8. Imagine that moment. 2 sons taken, not because of their own sin, but because of their fathers. No trial, no mercy, only judgment. They were executed and left exposed on a hill, denied burial, a deep disgrace in Israel. This is where Rizpah's story becomes one of the most powerful acts of love in the Bible. The scripture says, Rizpah took sackcloth and spread it out for herself on a rock. From the beginning of the harvest till the rain poured down from the heavens, she did not let the birds touch the bodies by day or the wild animals by night. 2 Samuel 21:10. From spring until rain finally fell, likely months, Rizpah stayed. She had no tent, no army, no protection. By day, she drove away vultures. By night, she fought off wild animals. She slept on stone. She endured grief, hunger, exposure, and loneliness. Her vigil was silent, but it was loud enough to shake a kingdom. She was saying without words, "My sons mattered. Justice is not complete. This story is not over." When King David heard what Rizpah had done, something shifted. The Bible tells us David was told what Rizpah had done. 2 Samuel 21:11. David responded by gathering the bones of Saul and Jonathan, retrieving the bodies of the executed men, and giving them a proper burial. After that, God answered prayer on behalf of the land. 2 Samuel 21:14. Only then did the rain fall. Only then did the famine end. Rizpah's faithfulness moved a king. Her endurance opened the heavens. She teaches us something deeply relevant today. Rizpah shows us that silence does not mean weakness, that motherhood is strength wrapped in sacrifice, that standing in grief can still be an act of faith. She reminds us that sometimes we suffer consequences for sins we did not commit, but God still sees and God still responds. If you've ever felt overlooked, if you've ever carried pain that wasn't your fault, if you've ever waited for justice that felt delayed, Rizpah's story tells you this: God sees your vigil, He honors endurance, and love never goes unnoticed.